Hello and welcome to StudyIQ English, your favorite UPSC platform. In today's video, let's talk about a grave health concern. That is a matter of huge worry. A rare brain infection caused by the brain-eating amoeba has been spreading in Kerala for quite some time now. Now, earlier, the number of cases reported used to be quite few. But today, not only are the number of reported cases increasing, at the same time, many people are also dying due to infection. A grave health crisis. Unfortunately, something that still doesn't have a certain definite cure. So, what is this brain eating amoeba and why are the cases increasing in Kerala? A matter of grave concern not only for the state but for everyone in the country. So, let's see what exactly has been happening. So we know in the news that Kerala has been making headlines now. For the past few weeks, every day there is a report that the state is grappling with a very, very serious outbreak. The outbreak of brain eating amoeba. Formally, this organism is known as Naegleria fowleri. This causes a disease called PAM, primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. A dangerous disease because it is a challenge not only to identify the infection in an earlier stage because it looks like any other viral infection. It can show symptoms like shivering, fever, muscle spasms, and then eventually it becomes even more critical. So, as the whole state was celebrating Onam, people were happy, and yet there are few people who are still grappling with the disease. It has become a matter of fear now. After all, it is about 61 confirmed cases, 19 deaths. It is the elderly and the young children who are even more prone to this deadly infection. This year, the outbreak has been bad. And that's why it is a rare disease. And at the same time, today, it is causing a serious infection and deaths in the state. So, the patients usually that have been found to be infected were about a 3-month-old baby. It was about a 91-year-old aged individual. Apart from that, the health authorities therefore have now put people on a high alert. So, whenever people are using swimming pools or whenever they are using water bodies, people have been cautioned to act with grave care and concern. Because at the same time, even those who are getting the infection are not exactly sure when and how the symptoms began. In the beginning, it is indeed difficult to rule out whether it's the case of PAM or it's some other infection happening. Back in 2024, Kerala had reported few cases of PAM, this meningoencephalitis that we are talking about, caused by this Naegleria fowleri. There were about few cases from Kozhikode, Malappuram, and Kannur districts. This was also during the peak summer season. But today, once again, the cases are only on the rise. So, as we investigate the situation, there is a very normal, curious question that what exactly is this organism all about? Naegleria fowleri. So, basically, this is a thermophilic amoeba. It is usually found in stagnant fresh water and it enters the body through nose, eventually travels up to the brain, causes a severe brain inflammation. No wonder the symptoms keep on progressing from day one until the few ensuing days. And the amoeba, the organism that's responsible for the disease, is therefore a free living organism. It's usually found in warm, where the water temperature is slightly warm to hot. Fresh water sources like lakes, rivers, it could be hot springs, it could be poorly maintained and poorly cleaned swimming pools also. Scientists have identified about 400 species of this free living amoeba, but only 6 are known to cause the dangerous infection called PAM. And these dangerous 6 types, one of them is the Naegleria fowleri that we are already talking about, the brain eating amoeba, and the other is Acanthamoeba. This also has the capacity to infect human brain. So Kerala actually had begun detecting cases back from 2016 onwards. And then within 1 year or two, the cases were coming, but they were coming sporadically. Usually they were coming mostly during the warmer seasons. But this time, suddenly the cases are on the rise, indeed. And a new study has found that about 488 cases have been reported globally since 1962. Majority of them in the US, Pakistan, Australia. So today, Kerala's case is genuinely about curiosity and worry at the same time. 95% victims of the disease have died. So the mortality rate of the disease is very, very high, and this is very unfortunate, as most of the states in India, especially Kerala, was barely recovering from the 2020 to 2022 COVID pandemic. Just 3 years down the lane, and here comes another serious disease, which, according to the local authorities, the figures are high because more cases are being reported. Well, that could be true, but at the same time, the disease is causing huge concern among the people. Now, the states, usually most people are dependent on groundwater. They depend on natural water bodies. They use water from water bodies, and that is also what makes them very vulnerable to the infection. Usually people take water from ponds and wells, and these could be quite contaminated with this new amoeba. Similarly, Kerala has about 5.5 million wells, about 55,000 ponds. Lot of people still depend on them for their daily water requirement. People use these water bodies, and eventually, therefore, they are also getting more prone to this unknown, strange, and extremely dangerous organism. Now, scientists are warning that somewhere it is all about climate change at the end of the day, because the more global warming happens, the more summers are going to be harsh in terms of temperature. We have seen earlier also in our previous debates and discussions that climate change is also hugely related to zoonotic diseases. When COVID pandemic broke down, after that there was a plethora of diseases that were spreading across the world. We had the lumpy cattle disease somewhere. We had the tomato flu. We have problems like the bird flu, swine flu. Ultimately, it's doctors and scientists who are saying that people need a one health approach today, because animal health, plant health, and human health can now not be seen as segregated. It is climate change indeed that has changed the mutative behavior of these organisms. In fact, it is your World Health Organization WHO who has warned that few years from now, the world may be experiencing another pandemic, an unknown, dangerous pandemic which has been hypothetically named as the Pandemic X. The World Health Organization is also pointing out to antibiotic resistant bacteria. And it is not a matter of surprise, therefore, that climate change, increasing temperatures, warmer summers have also created water bodies to become hotter. As the water is increasing in its temperature, summers are becoming long. This creates the perfect ideal condition for organisms like amoeba to grow and thrive. And no wonder they are spreading like never before. The fear is the future, that the climate change is here for now. We have to learn how to mitigate. But with this rising temperature, with this increasing temperature of the water bodies, and so many people depending on the water bodies naturally, where is the solution? Even a 1%, rather a 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature in a place which has a tropical climate like Kerala, water pollution apart from that can create perfect situation for dangerous microorganisms like amoebas and bacteria to keep on proliferating. So therefore, we will definitely have to have a strong mitigative mechanisms, otherwise the disease is dangerous. Now what is most unfortunate is that this disease right now, the brain eating amoeba disease, the PAM disease, it doesn't really have a known cure. The disease is just being managed by a combination of various kind of drugs. For example, today the Center for Disease Control in America is usually recommending a treatment of combination which includes some antibiotics like the azithromycin, antifungal like the fluconazole. Apart from that, you have the rifampin. The new disease that is now becoming very, very well known, it's being tested by a lot of doctors, is the miltefosine. So all these new class diseases have also now tried by the doctors. They are being experimented on people, and yes, few patients who have survived were treated with these newer class of disease. But since there is no definite treatment, and since this amoeba and other kinds of bacteria that are now germinating various dangerous kind of funguses that are causing sepsis among people, life-threatening fungal infections, and today, as a case study, we are seeing Kerala's situation. So yes, these need not only better one health approach, but also better community hygiene plans, better community sanitation plans, of course, a more proactive research into how can we control these dangerous disorders from breaking out. It's a matter of life, it's a matter of Indian lives. And today, therefore, it is a matter of concern. And let's see how the situation evolves. Now we can follow it up with a prelims question that consider the following statements regarding Naegleria fowleri, commonly known as the brain-eating amoeba. One, it is a single-celled organism and it is usually found in warm fresh waters that are stagnant, usually like lake, hot springs, ponds, and poorly maintained swimming pools. Two, it is causing infection in humans. It generally is ingested. It comes in the body and then it contaminates the person because of the bad quality of drinking water, and it also spreads from one person to another, which means it's contagious. Three, the infection caused by Naegleria fowleri is caused PAM, primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, that's spreading right now and which is almost always fatal. It has a high mortality rate. And three, the US based Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends a combination of various kinds of drugs, including amphotericin, miltefosine, and other mixed drugs. So, which of these do you think is valid, are valid? You can choose the correct code and share your answer with us. Now, if you have any other suggestion, if you have seen a case very closely, if you want to share something with us, it would be wonderful to know your input. You can leave an interesting thread here. You can feel free to express your opinions. If you want a specific topic to be covered, it could be about your state, it could be about a language that you like, it could be anything that relates with the UPSC. I'd love to take it up for you. Thank you so much for being a part of this video with us. And now, as we end, do remember about the end of season sale. Yes, at Study IQ English, we are excited about the mission success sale that we are having. It is going to end soon on 20th September, so there are 2 more days to go. You can use the code SPLIVE on your screen and then enroll for a variety of courses. You have various plans beginning from something as reasonable as 7499 only. These courses can be taken in Hindi, English, bilingually as well. If 2026 is your target year, very little time is left. So please enroll in your course, your preferred course, and give a boost to your preparation. At the same time, we also have a form that you can fill up. It's right here in the description box of this video. If you fill it up to enroll for any course, we will reach back to you, discuss with you, and there also you can pick up a course of your choice. All these courses, you can use code SPLIVE for them, okay? So they are ending soon. So please try to think about it and try to take the action now. So thank you so much. Like, share, and study. Subscribe Study IQ English. Thank you.